Tries to walking in, he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first blood.
Terezik hits a shot and scores! 4-4.
Lachlan going to the net, shoot, and he scores!
And towards Cox. Cox gets a shot away. Davis makes the save. No, it's in! It's in! Perth takes the lead!
Live from O'Brien Group Arena in Melbourne, this is AIHL TV. The 2017 regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Borealis are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to O'Brien Group Arena here in Melbourne for the last two home games for the Melbourne Mustangs up against the visiting Perth Thunder. Well, the Thunder clinched their AIHL Goodall Cup final spot 2 weeks ago, and they had the weekend off last week. And well, they're up against the Mustangs, who took a full 6 points last week against the Ice Dogs and the North Stars, and are just 3 points away from guaranteeing they will qualify for the 2017 AIHL Goodall Cup Final Series. Hi everyone, my name's Steve White, and joining me for what's been one time in a long time, it's a very good afternoon to Rod Johns.
And good afternoon to you, my friend, and I just want to say, as always, I've missed you dearly.
I've ignored those late night texts, but anyway. Now, 3 points away are the Mustangs from guaranteeing their spot. If we have a look at the table, I mean, we have Mustangs and the CBR Brave both tied on 40 points. And behind that, you have the Ice Dogs and North Stars on 30 points. The North Stars were eliminated last week mathematically because they have one more game played than the other two teams in front of them. How confident are you going into today's game the Mustangs will be there?
Well, I think I said to you earlier today that I was fortunate enough to go on the road to Perth and see the Mustangs play Perth in their own barn, and my personal opinion is we outplayed them for both games and should have come away with 6 points. We came away with 4. That was a great weekend. So realistically speaking, if we can do that in their barn, then we should be able to win one game here for sure, if not sweep them. If we sweep them, well, that's what you want to do, okay?
Yeah.
And that puts you up in the rankings. So confidence-wise, there's no doubt in my mind that we'll take one from them for sure.
And yeah, as we mentioned, the Ice Dogs, they'd have to win. They're the only other team that can qualify for the Goodall Cup finals, but mathematically, Pythagorean levels of mathematics basically to qualify. They've got to win all 4, and the Mustangs have to lose all 4. I mean, not saying it's out of the realm of possibility, but pretty improbable at this stage, you would think.
You and I both know, mate, we've seen some pretty weird things going, and all you got to do is look at what's went on this year to get the Mustangs to where they are right now.
Yeah.
So anything can happen, but I'm with you. I think that Ice Dogs have a hard road to hoe, and they'll have everything cut out for them to try to pull that off. Mustangs are on a bit of a roll at the moment.
Yep.
They have confidence, and they're starting to believe in themselves. And really, in the scheme of things, when you think about it, they've knocked off the first place team, they've knocked off the second place team, and none of it was a fluke. So really, if I was a betting man and I wasn't the CEO for the Mustangs, I'd still put my paycheck on the Mustangs.
Well, interesting inclusion also. I mean, Maxime Perron is back. He came back last week against the Sydney Ice Dogs on Saturday, and boy, did he have a great weekend.
Well, I thought he had 5 points, and then I was corrected, and someone said he had 6 points. So never to be greedy, I'll take the 5, but what a way to come back. And you and I both know that prior to him being hurt, he was on a roll, and I said to the gentleman that I was talking to that if he hadn't been hurt, there's no doubt in my mind he'd be in the top 5 in the AHL scoring.
Correct. As Anton Kokkonen, the sitting import tonight, as Kruger, Beatty and O'Kane addressed, along with Maxime Perron. Now, the Thunder coming into this one, they already clinched 2 weeks ago. They've had a week off. They're fresh. They've been trying to chase down the Melbourne Ice. It'll be interesting to see how they pull up here this afternoon in terms of what they're prepared to do with their game plan.
Well, I think in the scheme of things, if I was them, I want to show the Mustangs that I mean business. I'm not going to give them an inch, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm going to sweep them. That's what I want to do. I want to do the same thing to the Mustangs that the Mustangs did to Perth and their home rink.
Yeah,
and I'm sure that my friend Stan is sitting there with a red wine thinking, dude, you're not going to take 1 point from us this weekend.
Exactly right. I'm sure he is over there in the West. But if you want your tweets on screen, use the hashtag AIHL Game Day, and will read them out as we're about ready for action down at centre ice. And we'll go down there now for the singing of the national anthem, and then we'll be back with the start of the first period of action.
End of the season underway. Please rise and remove all headwear for the national anthem.
And that is the national anthem done, and we're ready for action. 6 points on offer this weekend, 3 of them here tonight. The Mustangs and the Perth Thunder. Second plays 4, and what should be an absolute cracking game here this evening. Your starting goaltenders for both the Mustangs and the Thunder. For the Mustangs, it's James Kruger, 16 games played, 10-6 record, GAA of 2.89 and a save percentage of .910. And for the Perth Thunder, it's the Peter DeSalvo show. He's 24 games played, 15 wins, 9 losses, save percentage of .925, GAA of 2.55, definite contender for goaltender of the year, and I would throw Kruger into that mix as well with Damien Ketlow from the Sydney Ice Dogs. It's sure to be a goaltending show, right?
Well, I think when two teams like this get together, both teams have firepower. The goaltenders have to be switched on. As like I said to you before, the guy's got to make the save he's supposed to make, and then he has to make the one that should never happen to keep the momentum in their favor and give the team something to play for. So Kruger's done that, and so is the Perth goaltender. So you're right, it'll be a goaltender show for sure.
And your officials for this evening's game, wearing the bands, Steve DeWitt and Kenneth Danielson, and your linesmen Craig Armstrong-Frey and Casper Russell-Huber, as we are ready for action as the Mustangs, their final set of home games for season 2017, and they will undoubtedly look to take both of them in the winners column as Michael McMahon takes the puck off the face-off and swings it out wide onto the far side for Pat O'Kane. Does battle there with Rob Hazelhurst in a size non-mismatch. Back now here to Chris Ouellette over the line just onside. Pulls up around the outside of Troy Robertson. Still got the puck. Fires from a tight angle and a pretty comfortable save there for Kruger to start proceedings.
Yeah, he's never going to score from there. Kruger's too smart for that. So, interestingly, my friend, we have a four-man system again, and that was a bit of a debate going back and forth over the last couple of weeks.
Absolutely. Well, I'm all for it. And it's I'm hearing on the grapevine it's going to be for finals for the first time as this one whipped into the opposite corner. Out come the Thunder on the attack. Ouellette now tried to get that in front, trying to jam that one home there was Bernard as he was looking to add to his goal-scoring column for the season. Thunder still have it. Bro tries to shovel one through. It's into the netting. We will get a whistle.
That goes back to, again, what we talked about. You can't have someone free in front of your goaltender. It doesn't matter who your goaltender is. So Mustangs need to make sure that they own the slot and they don't give anything to Perth Thunder.
As we're talking about on the AIHL podcast during the week, Dave Ruck and Michael Flaherty, in my opinion, definitely in the mix for coach of the season. As this one dumped in, we'll expand on that a bit later, but here's the Thunder now. Beatty tried to spoon that one out from the Mustangs, still gets jammed in there. McDowell couldn't clear it. Beatty gets a second bite, banks this one off the glass. Glove down there by Jamie Woodman, slapped in by Kudler, and off to the races there as Webster, beaten to it by McCoy. Rims the puck around now here for the Mustangs as Burke tries to go to work and gets beaten there by Webster as the Thunder try to lock this one in their own attacking zone, but out come the Mustangs here through Mitch Humphries. Bit of chip and chase. DeSalvo comes out of his net, backhands this one now here to Woodman. Tried to slip that one past McDowell, was wiser to it, got the puck to his teammate Humphries, who has to battle there down low. Humphries still got it, swings it in round, bumps it off the kick played. Here's Burke now looking for a shooting lane. Slid that one off his stick, but it went to a teammate there in McDowell, and he looks for up options in the high slot, one of them being Burke. Woodman picked his pocket and picks the puck up. Banks it off the boards, and McDowell's going to go get it now here for the Mustangs. Just shovels it in back behind the net. Woodman's there for the Thunder, gets checked for his troubles, and the puck spills out now here to Kudler, who roofs this one out. And McCoy will go and gather here for the Mustangs as both teams take advantage of the break-in play to get a line change. 13:03 to go, scoreless if you've just joined us. Woodman tried to slap it out to the neutral zone. Bro's there, and a 2-on-1 developing here for the Thunder. Here's Bernard with a shot, and he put it about 2 inches wide of the crossbar and of the post. As Goranson made a questionably late hit, no one went down. Appeals for interference go unheeded. Across the ice now, the Thunder come through. Willett with Bro. Willett now pulls up. A late arriver there as Goranson got a weak shot on Kruger, and he picks it up off the bounce.
Wow. He didn't miss by much over the crossbar in the right corner and just seemed to skim past there. So it was a good little setup, and watch this. Bingo, man. Not by much. But in the same token, at the other end, it was a great little play by McDowell, okay, off the board from Mitch Humphreys. He tried to set Burke up, and it just didn't happen.
Ben Bro and Jessica Bernard tied the Thunder lead in goals scored with 17 apiece. Bernard was looking to make it 18. Here's Willett now, tried to slide that one through. Goranson can't hold it onside, and he retreats now here for the Thunder. Backhands this one in and allows his defensive partner Woodman to get a line change. Here's Robinson now, mid-season addition after some time off from AIHL hockey. He's been quite the hard worker and the earner this year, as that shot from O'Kane, loved by DeSalvo, he covers.
Certainly Troy's been an addition to the lineup. He was a big loss when he left the team. I think he was probably one of the more stable Australian defensemen. And to have him back in the lineup just helps build a bit of confidence and a bit more robusticity.
Particularly with the injuries the Mustangs have had. He came in at the right time, and he's steadied the ship there, particularly when Michael McMahon went down with a shoulder injury.
Absolutely.
So here comes Hazelhurst now with the puck off down here to Geordie Kiros. Banks this one up for Cox to skate onto, beaten to it there. Burke tried to pick it up, as did Jonathan Bremer, and he gets it in now in deep the Mustang zone. Beatty now going to have to foot race it over there with Kiros, who couldn't pick it up. Humphreys, nice moves from him, but he's had the puck picked out of his pocket now here by Andrew Cox. Backhands one, and that's belted across there by Kruger. Bremner couldn't do much with a rebound, and out come the Mustangs here through Jamie Burke. Burke with a wall of Thunder players in front of him, drops this one off now here to McDowell. Tried to slide that one across to Humphreys in the low slot, and he couldn't connect. And Kiros has it now. The Thunder going to his feet, gets it a pass out now here to Bremner. Bremner now passes off now here to Cox onside, fires one off. It was a grubber of sorts, and Kruger decides to give this to his teammate Beatty, and they play a little give and go. But stoling the pass there was Willett, one-on-one, and shoots! Oh, what a save by Kruger! Atoning there for the mistake with the Mustangs, and Kruger bails them out as Willett was hunting for goal number 1 of the evening. Willett now doing battle with McCoy. Willett onto the puck, changes places there with Bro, gives it back to the point. Woodman with the drive, and that was looking for a tip was Bernard, but Kruger the wiser, he covers.
Well, I think that without a doubt, Perth have come out to play hockey, man, and they've pressed Mustangs for most of this period so far. Mustangs are going to have to do something better than that. If they're not careful, bouncing puck and it's in the net. So they've got to get control, and they've got to get more commanding in this game.
Been a few bouncing pucks on the net of James Kruger, but as we've seen, his poise all season has been outstanding. Here's Woodman now. Got a stick in the guts, moved back in over the line. That's Alistair Pundler, Rights the check there of his opposite number, Michael McMahon, and back now here into the corner go the Mustangs. Robertson rode a hit of his own, sends Bro back down to the ice as the checks come in thick and fast. Just can't say the same in my bank account. Quick shot there from Willett, and that's saved by Kruger. Woodman picks the puck up now, gives it behind the net. Bernard with a wraparound, and that's kept out by Kruger at the short side. 2 quick stops there for the Mustangs goaltender as the puck sent the length of the ice. Icing washed out. Pundler back first now here for the Thunder. Gets muscled in the corner and has to relinquish control of the puck there to Maxime Perron. And we have a penalty coming up, and that was undisciplined there from Pundler. The first power play of the game is going to go the way of the Mustangs.
Well, that's absolutely not what you want if you're Perth Thunder, right? Because you've controlled the game. There's no need for that to happen, and it gives the Mustangs a chance to pull their power play out and have a go and possibly score when they shouldn't be in front.
Well, it's actually a 4-on-4. Let's have a look. The hook apparently is the call. There's the hook there.
Whoa.
And then he held the stick allegedly of Punlett. So that was the call. Holding the stick there on Perron and hooking on Punlett. So we're going to have 4 on 4.
I retract my statement.
It's on record now. But anyway, 10:20 to go. Scoreless here at the O'Brien Group Arena. Here's Hazelhurst, 4 on 4. Should see plenty of vacant ice for both teams. And that puck slapped in there by Lyndon Lodge, having a great season this year for the Thunder. Stringer picks the puck up in behind the goal line, dishes it off now here to Beatty. There's 1:39 on the penalties to both Perron and Punlett on the board. Here's Beatty now, trying to go one-on-one with his opposite number, Hazelhurst, but definitely his opposite in terms of size. Bro chips this one up now here to Goranson behind the goal line, and he has it now here for the Thunder as they complete a line change, and Willett joins the action, and the breakout begins for the Thunder. Here's Goranson, up now here to Bro, swings it wide now here to Willett, just left the puck behind, did well to stay onside, and retreat now here to Hazelhurst, and back now here to Willett. Got Goranson and Bro with him on the blue line, they are onside. Goranson slings one on net, pretty weak shot, and Kruger covers up.
Well, 4 on 4, it opens the ice up big time, and so you want to have a couple people out there that can really wheel to get advantage of this, you know, and a lot of people want to hold back, but on a 4 on 4, like I said, it gives you a whole different perspective on the game. So you need to be better at making your passes than that cross-ice pass that the Perth Thunder made earlier.
So 1 minute left on the 4 on 4, and then we'll be back to full speed. In the slot, hasn't got any, goes back to the point now here to Beatty, who comes in, he shoots, good save by DeSalvo, and Cox deals with the rebound, or at least I thought he was going to, but he fanned on the clearing attempt. Comes out now here to Burke, fakes the shot and gives it back now here to Beatty, kicked out there by DeSalvo. Humphries swings it in behind the net. Here's Burke now for the Mustangs, to Beatty. Back now here to Burke. Perron going hard of the net, spots him now, great vision by Burke, great shot from Perron, and an even better save from DeSalvo. What a build-up and what a...
That was interesting because Perron was open, but the pass wasn't the right pass. So he took that on his backhand and had to bring it around. DeSalvo makes a great save. If that had been on the setup with a one-timer, my money would be on it going in.
So 5:18 to go here in the period, and 1:10 left on the power play here for the Mustangs, but short-handed. Here come the Thunder. Willett with a shot. Penalty coming up against the Mustangs as DeSalvo heads to the bench. Thunder still have the puck. Mustangs haven't touched it. Now they have, and we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey. I think that was a slash on McMahon trying to take out his man, breaking to the back door. Let's have a look.
Yep, here we go.
Bottom corner of his shot, just out of, well, he knew where the cameras were to try and conceal the evidence. But yeah, slashing the call there on Michael McMahon, and 4-on-4 hockey again. So the puck moved in behind the goal line. Bro, Goranson now to the rescue for the Thunder with Bro. They dig at the puck as Bro on one knee, trying to get that out past McCoy. Here's Willett, shot, and jumping in front of it and out of the way was Goranson, but it went wide of the net regardless. Here's Bernard on the point and taking the place there of Goranson on this shift as Kudla steps onto the ice. And out come the Thunder. Now here's Bernard. Bernard over the blue line. Nice moves. Bernard pulls one in front. It's loose. Oh, what a move there from Bernard to isolate Kruger, but he couldn't. As Goranson with a beautiful hip check there on O'Kane. Wow, one of the hits of the season there from Per-Daniel Goranson. As this one moved back to McCoy. Here's O'Kane with the puck, and that comes back out to neutral ice. Well, Goranson had to get down a long way. One of the biggest men on the ice, laying a hip check on one of the smallest. as the Mustang. Nice move here from McCoy with a spinner arm of Savard as his shot is blocked there off the skates of Bernard. There's some highlight reel stuff here on this shift.
There's two good move plays there.
Where's the Forsberg move just to finish it off? And a double pad stack just to mix things up. And out to centre ice it comes to Kieran Webster. Did well to control the puck despite the attention there of Sean Jones. Here come the Thunder. Bernard pulls up, waits for his point men to get in place. Hazelhurst being one of them. Still has it though. Turned it straight over there to Vadim Vyasov, who's only had a couple of shifts this game, and he gets checked into the boards there by Kudla. DeSalvo chipped that past Sean Jones. Here's Hazelhurst for the Thunder. 3:30 to go, 24 seconds left on the penalty to Michael McMahon for slashing. It's first real power play opportunity here for the Thunder. Here's Webster now. Tried to go back to Hazelhurst, had his pocket picked. In come the Thunder again. Quick shot out of the slot by Cox, and that was blocked. Back up high now here to Hazelhurst. McMahon about to rejoin the action. His shot trickles through. Kruger spilled the puck, but we're back to 5-on-5 as McMahon steps back on the ice, and out of the zone steps Jamie Burke with the puck. 2-on-2 break now here for the Mustangs. Here's Burke trying to split the D. Tries to shovel one to the stick side there into Salvo, and a little too wide. And the Thunder to clean up in their own end here through Hazelhurst. Hands off now here to Willett. Willett down the near side. Willett, nice moves, pulls up, waits for Cox to set up shop in front of them. They're looking for a tip, bouncing puck, it's loose. The back of the net, and Kruger, well, he dealt with it somehow, and his teammates, that being Humphreys, bailed him out. And frantic stuff there from the Mustangs defence. Here's Humphreys the other way, slides it across, no one in the high slot. Put up now here to Hazelhurst for the Thunder. And on turn come the Thunder through Willett. Willett now pulls up, shoots, blocked up high, gets the rebound. Willett trying to walk in. Oh, slid it in front. And Bro was looking to capitalise, but it never got through to him. And I think the Thunder are doing a great job of isolating Kruger and getting him moving in post to post. As this one put it now into the high slot, down goes Ben Bro for the Thunder. It's loose, and the Mustangs come away with a puck finally through Mitch Humphreys through centre. Humphreys one-on-one now here with Punler. Coughed it straight up now here to Bro, back the other way come Perth. Here's Bernard, now here to Willett. What about the one-time shot at the top of the face-off circle? Slides it in front, rebound is begging, and Lodge can't do much with it. Back now here to Punler for the Thunder. McCoy gathers the puck now just inside the blue line, gives it back now to his teammate, and well, that shot was kicked aside by DeSalvo. And well, open hockey here late in the first period as Lodge goes looking for a dump in. His opposite number, McCoy, gets there first and goes to work on the Thunder forward. Webster arrives late. Youth on the ice now here for the Thunder. That the other being Tobin as Webster gets checked by Perron. And the Mustangs finally swing this one out off the kick plate, and they break out of their own zone. Come down the near side here is Beatty. Had plenty of Thunder attention offside, and we finally get a whistle.
Are you tired? You've been doing a lot of talking, dude. Huh? My comment there would be that certainly Perth are back in this again. Okay, they've heated things up. They've had the puck. They've had some good opportunities. They've let a little offense go on Kruger. Kruger's bubbled the puck a few times, so he needs to get a little bit more control on the bouncing puck and not give it back to them.
There's 1 minute remaining here in period number one. 1-0 the scoreline. DeSalvo out of his net to play this one here for Perth. Stringer tried to win it off him, puts into the corner as Kyrgios and Vyasov go to work. And out now here to Kudla to the Thunder. Gets checked, gets the puck out. Almost stolen there by McMahon. And Vyasov has it now here for the Mustangs. Swung wide now here to Troy Robinson. 37 seconds remaining in period number one. Up ice pass. Well deflected, almost played with a high stick there. And it is indeed, according to the referee. And we'll have a face-off to the right of
It's interesting you're talking about Vadim and Vadim not getting much ice time, and that's because they've had these penalties, and so the third line has really been sort of stymied a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that that's a bit unfortunate because they actually have a place out there, so stay out of the box and roll your lines, you know what I mean?
As that shot is blocked before it got through to DeSalvo. Bro tried to slide one up ice to a streaking Willett. And 21 seconds remaining. Time for one last opportunity for either team. As the Mustangs try to gain momentum and get out of their zone. Here's Beatty. Tried to trickle that one past. It's rimmed up ice, and Burke now with 8 seconds left, and probably going to be too late for either team now. Well, Just as I said that, here's an opportunity here for the Mustangs. Here's McDowell breaking in, shot, and that's wide of the glove of Peter DeSalvo. And period number 1 between the Mustangs and the Thunder finishes 1-0, the lone goal to Maxime Perron. Rod, your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are on the Thunder bench, because I think that for the 15 minutes of that game, Thunder probably outplayed the Mustangs for a good 10 minutes of it, okay? And then you can just see a power play, puck, a shot, a drop puck, and bingo, and all of a sudden you're down 1-0 going, how did that happen, okay? And then you go to sleep for a while. So you wake up and you take it back to them. So Thunder, if they want to win, they have to stay out of the box, and they have to keep pressing Kruger, like you said.
So to wrap things up here, end of the first period, it's 1-0 in favour of the Melbourne Mustangs, Maxime Perron, with the lone goal of the game. We'll be back with the second period of play right after this. And welcome back to O'Brien Group Arena here in Melbourne. Second period of play about to get underway between the Thunder and the Mustangs. Mustangs tallying the lone goal of the first period, courtesy of Maxime Perron. And looking to take the 3 points here this afternoon on this first game of a doubleheader, the last series of home games for the Mustangs for season 2017. Rod, your thoughts coming into the second period?
Well, my thoughts are probably boring, dude. Stay out of the box and take it to your opponent. So both teams have to do that. Certainly Thunder has got to get their heads screwed on and play 15 minutes of good hockey and tax Mr. Kruger big time. And Mustangs have to take the offense to the Thunder as well and score another goal. So out of the box, stay focused, run your lines, and make sure you shut down the offense on both sides.
We had 8 penalties in that first period, and both Michael Flaherty and Dave Ruck are hoping that trend doesn't continue. But to their credit, despite the numerous man advantages of a couple of coincidentals as well, there's only 1 goal scored out of them. Here's Jones as he whips this one off the glass and picked up now here by Bernard deep in his own zone. Bernard now. So trimmed the beard. His defensive partner for that shift, Rob Hazelhurst, certainly has it. This one slid back now here to Willett. Shot, and it circles through, and the Thunder score. It's 1-1.
Well, there you go. That's what Perth had to do, okay? And so they did it. They did it in the first minute of the period. Not what Mustangs want.
I believe that was Bernard who's going to be credited with the goal. As the initial shot, Kruger got most of it.
Yeah.
It was loose in front, and then it slid through. We can have a look at the replay. Yep, Jessica Bernard just tucked it in at the far side, and he takes the lead for the Thunder in terms of goal scoring this year. Jumps on to 18, 33 points for the year. This is his 23rd game. And it's even Stevens here at the start of the first period. As this one prodded out now here by McCoy. Taken over by the Thunder through Ben Bro. He just retreats to centre and gives it back now here to Rob Hazelhurst, and that one was chipped in by the goal scorer Bernard, and deep in behind the goal line it goes for McCoy to deal with here for the Mustangs. Gets checked into the glass. Humphreys avoids 2 Thunder checkers, gets the pass out now here to Beatty, and eventually on now here to Burke, who swings around here to McDowell. 1-on-1 with DeSalvo, a shot, good save by DeSalvo, who took it on the shoulder as McDowell was in behind the Thunder defence and looking for an instant reply for the Mustangs. Here's Bro now. Bro, long range pass to Webster, who comes straight off the bench in behind the Mustangs defence this time. Here's Beatty in behind the goal line, manages to get control of the puck, and out there comes Humphreys. A long range pass, I think, cancelled out as the Thunder got a stick on it, or at least I thought it was going to be. And we'll have a whistle.
It looked like it, actually.
Yeah.
That other play with McDowell, he was open for quite a while. Jamie held the puck, probably should have got it up to him faster. And really, at the end of the day, he took a shot, and DeSalvo had all angles covered.
So it was actually, puck had hit the netting, didn't see that just out of shot. As this one, hence the face-off to the right of DeSalvo. This one in deep. McMahon now chasing it for the Mustangs. Gets jostled there by Webster of the Thunder. The puck slid out here to the point. Woodman did a good job to hold it back in and trying to get it through there to Tobin. Skating onto the puck as Robertson lays the hit there on Tobin. And it's picked up now here by Vadim Vyasov here for the Mustangs. Vyasov wheels back around with Lodge on the forecheck here for the Thunder. Vyasov swings it right to Robertson. And on now here to Michael McMahon in front of the Thunder bench. Coming right off the bench there was Bro. Almost picked his pocket. It slid back now here to DeSalvo for the Thunder. Rims the puck around off the kick plate. And the Thunder try to break momentum and break out of their zone. The puck comes out to the low slot though, and all the way back out to neutral ice as the Mustangs will take 2 here through Robertson. Long range pass spots Perron. It gets in over the line. Perron to the outside. Backhander pretty comfortably dealt with there by DeSalvo as it comes out now here to the stick of Jessica Bernard. Bernard to the outside. Nice move. Bernard to the inside and just put it on the outside of the post. Outside, inside, outside. And outside the scorer's column eventually there for Bernard. Willett couldn't control the puck. Bro can. He moves back in. Shoots. Deflected shot. Bernard picks it up behind the net. Sends it in front and Kruger deals with it.
Well, my comment there is Bernard makes a pretty good right-to-left move, and the defenseman's watching the puck and not the player and lets him get around him. That can't happen. Certainly not for a guy with the quality and the skill set that Bernard has. you got to get in his way
Yep.
and take the center away from him.
As the puck trickles out now here to McCoy. Just shakes his man. But gets the puck now out now here to Beatty. And he starts out there here for the Mustangs. Bremner in on the forecheck now here for the Thunder. The puck trickles out to the centre face-off circle. Picked up by Beatty and over the blue line. Fires one. And a blocker save made by DeSalvo, who just touched it wide of the net. Going in there is Kudlek. Beaten to it though by Jones. Puts it in deep. But Woodman has it now here for the Thunder. Woodman with two players to beat both of them and still has the puck. Woodman now takes on McCoy, avoids the check, goes in deep now against McMahon, and the puck comes back out to McCoy for the Mustangs, and he starts the breakout here for Melbourne. The puck trickles through almost to O'Kane. Knocked to the ice there was Cox. Bremner comes to his aid and swings it wide. This one is going to be icing, and we will have a face-off.
That was pretty close. I thought he almost got a piece of his stick on that, but not quite.
So if you're into a drop after the game, hit up the James Hotel, proud Mustang sponsor. I was there literally yesterday, discussing all things Mustangs.
And did you enjoy the beer?
Lunch. Sorry?
Did you enjoy the beer?
I didn't get to sample any. So here's Bremner. Back out now here to McMahon. Very good food on tap though. I must say one of the best palmers I've had. It's this one checked into the glass there was Kudler. It swung in front. McDowell was the lone hand and just couldn't do much with it. Swings it right back. Header's loose. DeSalvo gets down and keeps it out. And danger not over here for the Thunder, as Burke is poised with the puck. Back to Robertson. Quick shot by McMahon through traffic. And it comes back into the back post. Burke is lurking. Sends it into the high slot. No one home but Thunder jerseys. And danger averted there for Perth, as they were all ends up except for Peter DeSalvo. Here's Bro now. His pass is wide. And Humphries there. Well, he fanned on that pass of his own. And Willette's going to get it and hand it off now here to Bernard. Bernard to the outside with McMahon. Bernard now. McMahon wearing him like a glove. Bernard still has the puck though. Here's Bro in front. Oh, what a play by Jessica Bernard. And a great save by Kruger. Man, Jessica Bernard having an unreal shift and just couldn't put the icing on the cake.
He is, but again, you got to take him out of the play. So he's allowed to still have control of the puck. People need to take the body, take him to the boards, and not let him do that.
Great vision to spot Ben Bro. Been the 1-2 punch for the Thunder all season. Here's Hazelhurst now. Hazelhurst. His puck goes into the corner. Bro couldn't pick the puck up. The Mustangs can. But Willette's going to take it right back and go one-on-one now here with Beatty. Willette almost got it out. The Mustangs almost got it out of their zone. The Thunder hold it in through Hazelhurst. And here's Willette with the puck now. Willette thought about going to Bro. Sends it wide. And a shot there from Goranson. And that's blocked. And away come the Mustangs here through Vyasov. His rink-wide pass was cut off. Stringer the intended target. Fisher picks it up now here for Melbourne. And moves it off now here to Vyasov. Vyasov trying to fight off the check there of Goranson. Vyasov moves right back in. Looking for an option there, and Stringer at the back door. Vyasov, not much else on offer, decides to go back to the point now. Here to McCoy, swings it across now here to Beatty. His shot is blocked. Stringer tried to get to it, as did Vyasov. Bro tried to deal with it as well. And it's a hot potato in terms of puck possession. Here's Vyasov now with Stringer. Vyasov moving in, swings it right to Stringer. Is off his skates, managed to touch it through. Vyasov's got it in front, diving to the ice. There was Goranson, great defensive effort. He has been electric all season for the Thunder. And in my books, Defenseman of the Year nominee. Here's Hazelhurst, his long-time counterpart. Willette couldn't deal with the puck. Here's McMahon now for Melbourne. McMahon, his chip pass, well, chipped off to no one. And here's Hazelhurst now for the Thunder. And, well, he returns the favour by icing the puck. And we'll get a whistle.
Well, it's interesting, you know, that the third line, I was about to be critical of Batum for trying to make a cross-ice pass through 32 people. And it's funny how a bad play like that ends up getting them into the opposition end. And they held Perth in their end for most of that shift. And there was a lot of second effort by all three of them. So not the right way to get into the opposition end. But when they got there, they really wreaked havoc on them.
Yeah. Well, they've got to do that during the finals. As that shot there from McMahon goes wide. We'll talk about the playoffs in a minute as O'Kane goes to lay the hit there on Tobin. It's dumped in deep now here for the Thunder. And on the puck first is Lodge. Got pressure there from Robertson. As Lodge goes back for a second bite, it's battled into the corner. And not much movement. It finally out there from Tobin, but Perron takes it from everybody. and tries to swing it back now here to Robertson. Out come the Mustangs out of their zone as Tobin lays a pretty good check. Jones out now here to Perront. Perront now 2-on-2 now here with O'Kane. Perront breaks it in, looking for O'Kane who arrived late, I should say. Got to get my verbs right.
That was very good English.
It's evasion. It's a word. Look it up. Here's O'Kane in the slot. Moves it in out and outside the net. They score! Maxime Perront's second goal of the game. It's the second of the Mustangs. They lead 2-1.
And tell me, how did that go in? Because look where he was when he took the shot. So DeSalvo should have had that. Maybe he was watching out of the corner of his eye to see what he was going to do with O'Kane. But I don't believe that should have went in. But again, you know what they say, if you don't shoot the puck, you're never going to score.
So have a look, here's Jones. Well, this is just prior earlier. O'Kane, deflected shot. Maxime finds daylight.
Well, I think DeSalvo was sort of off balance a little bit. Perront was there, and he had a space, he took it. So power to him.
12th goal of the year for Maxime Perront. He's got both goals for the Mustangs this afternoon as that shot from Burke is gloved by DeSalvo, who'll hold on. And, 14th game of the year for Maxime Perront, 26 points now.
And I don't know if you've been listening, but the game announcer, whenever Maxime scores, he's now the angry Frenchman. So I don't know, if I was a Frenchman and I had that many goals, I'd be a happy Frenchman, not an angry Frenchman.
As that shot is whistled wide, doesn't carry a white flag too for most Frenchmen. But there's a bit of a dig there. Is this one? Woodman now has the puck in deep. Certainly goes the other way. He's got the red ball of the Spanish in the bullfights.
Yeah, maybe there's a bit of Spaniard in it.
I was going to say, maybe right on the border of the Basque country.
Exactly.
Here's Woodman. Tries to chip this one out, as does Kiros. As Beatty now has the puck in deep. Beatty back in the low slot. Hands off now here to Humphreys. He couldn't skate onto the puck. Cleaned up now there by Corey Stringer. He whips this one in deep. Kudla skates onto the puck. Burke. And out comes the Thunder finally through Bremner. Gets a good pass in now here to Kiros. Kiros looking in, fans on the shot, and it goes wide. After a good pass there from Bremner, Cox keeps the play alive and gets some time for Thunder to change up to their first line. As the puck chipped off the glass, Hazelhurst in a one-on-one contest there with Burke. Coughed it right up to Humphreys, 3-on-2 here for the Mustangs. Burke, puck was poked away from him and onto the stick now here of Bro back the other way from the Thunder. 3-on-2 the other way and almost identical, but Goranson comes up with it here in the corner. Oh man, I looked like Burke got a high stick on that collision. He's certainly holding his face as the puck's still alive. Here's Bernard walking in. Bernard shoots and scores!
Well, let's see that again, because that was almost a trip on Burke. Watch what he does with his stick, and it looked like there was a bit of stick action and took his feet out.
Well, that was right in front of the referee. As you said, Rod, it'd be interesting to see the replay of this on the corner. But the goal has been awarded. Jessica Bernard has 2. Let's have a look. Oh, that's just before it. We're not going to see it from that camera shot. But yeah, you see, as you said, there was a collision in the corner.
For sure. Now,
like
go back to the goal here. So if we get a replay on the collision, but I mean, look where Bernard was. Again, wide open. No one's on him. He has time and space to do what he wants with the puck. And by the time they realize what's going on, it's too late. You can't let a guy like that open.
So all 4 goals of this game scored by just 2 people, that being Bernard for the Thunder and Perront for the Mustangs. Bernard gets the latest one, and he's on the puck now. Bernard dishes it off now here to Bro. Rink wide pass there to Hazelhurst. Rode the check there of O'Kane. Got the puck up ice, but they turned it over. But Bernard to the rescue again here for the Thunder. Nice pass and avoids the check. Off to Bro now. Bro pulls up and coughs it up now here to Robertson. He tries to clear the zone. Held in by Goranson only for a second, though, as O'Kane comes away with it one-on-one with Hazelhurst. O'Kane shoots. Loved by DeSalvo. And quick whistle. And we'll get a whistle. And again, a whistle.
A whistle and
a whistle.
And while we're whistling, I should just say something about Mr. Beatty. Mr. Beatty's mother, father, and sister. Well, see, it looks like he pulled him down.
Yeah.
So I would have thought there would have been a penalty on that.
Yeah, I'd like to, if we could see it in slow-mo, no big deal if we can't, but we'll come back to that soon. Is this 6:10 remaining here in the second? 2 goals, 3 of them here in this second period, as here comes the Thunder out through Webster. Nice touch pass up now here to Tobin. Gets it off now across to Lodge as he dumps this one in. Oh, bouncing puck, as we've seen all game, but Kruger deals with it rather comfortably.
I just go back to my shout-out. So Beatty, Mr. Beatty's mother, father, and sister are here. from the States to watch him play. They're sitting in the stands, so Australian good day to them.
Absolutely.
How'd I go there?
G'day. Well, I'll pay it. You've been here long enough. How many? 30 years now?
320 years.
330. All right. As the face-off won here by the Mustangs, and the man whose parentals are in the building is on the puck now. That being Matt Beatty. Shot, and that's offside. 11 inches on face-off.
The other thing we probably should mention is that on the other rink, prior to this game, they had para-hockey.
Oh, sledge hockey.
Yeah, sledge hockey.
Yeah.
So did you see any of that?
No, I mean, I watched it at the Paralympics, but...
So I would have thought that they would have PR'd that by doing something in the intermission, you know?
Oh, there you go. Idea for next year.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's Pundler now. Woodman backhands this one in deep as Kruger moves out of the net now here for the Mustangs to claim the puck, shoots it around. It's out of the reach there of the Thunder. The Mustangs come away with it. Vyasov's pass intended for Stringer. Just too much on it. Woodman's going to get there first. Woodman gets bumped. Hazelhurst to his rescue. The puck comes into the opposite corner. The Mustangs keep the play alive. And Hazelhurst goes back to get it. Shoots it right into the referee. Bremner now gets shouldered there by McCoy. And the Mustangs did a good job of holding the puck in deep. Here's Stringer. Bremner now takes the puck away here for Perth. And he chips it up ice now here to Kiros in behind the Mustangs defence. Kiros now looking for outlets to pass the puck to, hasn't got any. 3-on-2 break developing the other way now here for the Mustangs. Here's Vyasov, tried to go to Beatty. He was dug at there by the stick of Andrew Cox, the Ice Black. And the puck comes back here to Goranson all the way back. Should mention AIHL, Australia, Mighty Roos and the Ice Blacks will play the week after the Goodall Cup final series. The Trans-Tasman Trophy has been revived, first time since 2012.
Has it?
Yep, over in Queenstown. As that shot is into the glove of Kruger, we'll get a whistle.
Well,
yeah, first time for 5 years. So, but this time it's a national deal, not a club deal. I mean, it was Melbourne, Newcastle, Botany, and Southern Stampede last time.
Oh, sorry, that's on the weekend of the 9th and 10th of September.
Yes.
You said that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
the week after. Yeah.
I shouldn't say wasn't because I knew that. I just didn't realize that it was the Trans-Tasman Cup again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, allegedly that's what they're
Okay.
awarding. So. As always, subject to change. As this one moved out deep, here come the Thunder. Pundler, outlet pass. Bernard, of course we should mention, here's Bernard now though with the puck moving in. Shot, a good save there by Kruger. And the puck in behind the goal line. Here's Bro. Robertson picks the puck up, dishes it off to McMahon with Bernard throwing his weight around. He's been the best player on the ice for the Thunder tonight. 4:05 left here in this second period. Here's Hazelhurst now for the Thunder. And that's touched by Bro, cancelling out the icing. Bernard's going to arrive first for either team. Gets stapled to the glass there by McMahon. Willett offers his assistance, gets the puck off both of them and still has it. Done a good job of protecting the puck. Gets muscled there by Humphreys. Shot there from the point from Woodman, trickled through. But the Mustangs deal with it and come out through the ice. Woodman, though, steals the puck back for Perth. Kiros whips it in. Takes an awkward deflection off the helmet there of Troy Robertson and into the opposite corner. As Dave Ruck commands his troops from the Thunder to bench as Humphreys, puck in his skates, doesn't know where it is, finally realises its exact location and gives it off now here to Michael McMahon. McMahon pursued there by Bremner. Moves it into the high slot and, well, Humphreys couldn't get rubber to wood and the puck goes back into the corner. Here's Woodman now here for the Perth Thunder. Woodman with plenty of attention there from O'Kane on the forecheck. O'Kane's done well to force the issue there with the young Thunder defenseman. Finally, out come the Thunder here through Kudler. He swings this one right now here to Geordie Kiros. Bremner going towards the net. Tried to connect with him about a metre in front of him. And the puck all the way back out to the half wall. And the Mustangs will deal with it as the Thunder get a line change. Beatty, well in enemy territory, almost relinquished control of the puck. Gets take number 2 on that carry attempt. In over the blue line now. Beatty drops it off. Quick shot there from Perron. And that's blocked up high as Perron gets put into the glass of a check courtesy of Bro. McCoy just gloved that clearing attempt down to a lurking Bernard.
Yep, he was very lucky there, man.
And Jones picks it up now onside other Mustangs. Jones now moving into the high slot. Plenty of stick attention there from the Thunder. And that forces the puck. Well, good job there by McCoy to keep it onside. Here's Bro now for the Thunder. Fires it up ice. In behind now is Willett. On a breakaway here with Kruger. Willett shoots. Oh, he hit the pipe. Only Kruger to beat. And the pipe says, no, you don't. And a golden opportunity there for Perth to draw ahead here late in the second period. Good check there by Pundler on Jones. And, well, that got the crowd with their hearts in mouths is Hazelhurst, and he relinquishes the puck. But the other way, a 2-on-0. Here's Burke with Humphries. Burke, Humphries, Burke. And, well, just an errant pass. Arriving late there is McDowell. And it comes back out now here to Humphries in the high slot. Thunder trying to get out of jail. Got a penalty coming up. It's going against the Thunder. Well, 1-0 at one end, 2-0 at the other end. Neither team scores. And I don't think I've seen that too many times in my career.
Go figure that one out, man. I mean, Mustangs defense got caught with their pockets picked, and was it Bernard in behind them? Well, gone, okay, right? And then, 30 seconds later, Perth get caught with two guys in behind them, and the only thing that saved their bacon was an errant pass.
Oh, he would have had the house on Berkey if he'd connected with that pass. But I mean, Willett, I would have put the house on as well. At the other end, have we look?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, penalty nonetheless. Ben Bro, the offender on that one. And 90 seconds remaining here in period number 2. The Mustangs are going to close it out with a man advantage, provided, of course, they don't score. Here's Burke now. Shot, and that one's into the boards. And why? We've got another penalty coming up. We're going to have a 5-on-3 as Kruger hits the ice set. Well, Goranson slapped that one. He's got a misconduct as well. He slapped that puck after the whistle. In frustration. Oh, that's one of Thunder's key defensemen out of the game too for at least 12 minutes, or at least 10.
Well,
let's have a look.
Again, you've got to keep your cool, right? There's no point.
Yeah.
There's no point in getting annoyed, because in the scheme of things, all of a sudden you're in the box for 12 minutes and you can't afford to do that. It's a 2-all hockey game. It's anybody's game. The last thing you want is for one of your better players to be sitting in the box for that kind of time. So
Thunder's, the top 2 defensemen there, and they're going to. It's going to be interesting to see how Dave Ruck manages this one. As looks like Sean Tobin is going to sit the additional 2.
Well, he's got a minute 19, and he's going to have to be very clever about how he runs this clock down, right? And make sure he goes in the dressing room at 2-all. And likewise, the Mustangs have got a great opportunity here to jump out to a 3-2 lead.
As Woodman goes to work now here for the Thunder. Plenty of Mustangs players there. One of them is O'Kane. Gives the puck here to Beatty. And away here to Burke. Back to Beatty, looking for a shooting lane. Back to Burke as they play the patience game on the power play, as we've seen all season from the Mustangs. Perront now. Dishes it off now here to O'Kane. Back to Perront, up high. Perront looking for an opening. O'Kane might have one. No, he doesn't. Goes back to Perront.
Whoa.
Looking like they're trying to isolate DeSalvo here at the moment. Here's O'Kane. Back to Perront. Back to Burke now at the opposite point. Back to Perront. One-time shot deflected, and it goes wide. Well, it was jab, 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 and then waiting to throw the hook there are the Mustangs. And that one just not too far off. Here's Beatty now. Touches it off here to Burke. 36 seconds left in the second period. Back now, down low goes Beatty. Beatty, side of the net, decides to go back. Up now here to Perront. Draw the Thunder players up high. Perront now with Burke waiting for it, and that shot's into the netting. And, well, that was a patience masterclass for the Mustangs.
It's a patience masterclass, mate, but it's 5-on-3, take the shot. I'm at a loss again. I said this to you before. Beatty's got a rocket of a shot. Get him in that high slot. Let the low shot go and make something happen. And, while I'm talking about that, Ulay's lucky he didn't go for a cross-check on Beatty. Beatty didn't have the puck, and he literally cross-checked him out of the slot. So for a 4-man system, I don't know how they missed that one.
Yeah. But 23 seconds remaining. Well, Goranson, the penalty, the slash was the call, but he got the 10 for the misconduct. And Burke now looking for a shot, and he scores!
Yeah.
Power play goal! And the Mustangs take a 3-2 lead.
So, look, again, he didn't wait on that. He crossed over and let the shot go, and he caught the top corner. So, once again, take the shot, okay? That's why you're out there. You've got a good advantage on them. Don't let them get time to set up for anything. Take the shot. Watch this. He comes across and just lets it go. Bingo. And what do I say? See you later, Sally.
And indeed, as Jamie Burke climbs to the top of the goal-scoring race in the AIHL, he is one better than Stephen Blunden, who is in action against the Newcastle North Stars as we speak. It is 3-2. That's Burke's 23rd goal on the season. And the leading Australian player in the scoring race too, right up there in the top 10. as it comes back now here to Hazelhurst. Here's Ben Bro. Roofs this puck out. Glove down there by McMahon. One-handed Odell Beckham Jr. style. Jones relinquished the puck there to Hazelhurst, and glove down invention now here by Willett, who gets checked into the glass hard there by McCoy at the end of the period, and that will do it. As Willett has some words there from Michael McMahon. They get the sticks up, and not a good time to be getting suspensions, boys, with 4 games to play until the finals, as Bernard wanted to go there with Sean Jones.
Well, there was a bit of stick action from everybody, and I play enough hockey. You don't need to do that with your stick, man.
No.
If you want to say something to somebody. Keep the sticks out of it.
Yeah.
And that's both sides, okay?
Yeah, just drop the gloves, as we've said, as we have so enjoyed the last few weeks, as Bernard has helped off the bench. Dave Ruck tells him just get to the dressing room. It's good coaching.
Well,
You can't lose guys at this stage of the season.
That's correct. It's 3-2, and if you're over there looking at your coach, you're not helping him, are you? So in the scheme of things, you can't afford to do that. Neither team can, because still it's anyone's game here. So it is what it is. And discipline, right, and staying focused wins hockey games.
So, to wrap things up here, 3 goals in that period, 1 to Maxime Perron, 2 to Jessica Bernard, and 1 to Jamie Burke with the go-ahead goal on the power play. It finishes 3-2 in favour of the Mustangs to close out the second period. We'll be back with the third period right after this. And welcome back to the O'Brien Group Arena here in Melbourne. Period number 3, 3-2 currently in favour of the Melbourne Mustangs. And for both teams, we're going to get in the winners column here this afternoon. A couple of score updates from around the league. 6-1 in favour of the CBR Brave against the Newcastle North Stars up there in Newcastle. The third last game for North Stars season 2017 underway. And 3-1 in favour of the Melbourne Ice against the Sydney Ice Dogs. Now an Ice Dogs loss there, regardless of the outcome of the Mustangs here this afternoon, means the Mustangs are in.
That's correct, mate, and that's what you want. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, so if the Melbourne Ice could help out their crosstown rivals in a way here this afternoon, but also...
a frozen dog is a good dog.
Oh, I don't know about that. Don't know what country's cuisine you're referring to, but the final fixture, the Bears and the Adrenaline underway as well in Adelaide. And we're about ready for action here. Power play to start for the Mustangs, 5-on-4. There's apparently an extra 2 each coming out of that little fracas at the end of the second. So we'll have a 5-on-4 here to start this third period as the puck shot in deep. The Mustangs with the man advantage. And don't forget Goranson still in the box for that little indiscretion, shooting the puck away. As the Mustangs come back now here for O'Kane. Well, lost his stick and lost about $350. Here's Willett now. Swings it out right now here to Bro. 2-on-1 the other way. Short-handed, and that was just over the noggin there of Kruger. A short-handed opportunity there to start the period for the Perth Thunder. As Beatty retreats back into the zone to gather the puck in as we're back to 5-on-5. As Tobin steps back on the ice, having to serve the penalty there of Per-Daniel Goranson, who got the initial penalty for slashing, as Kiros throws this one out right now here for Webster to skate onto. In pursuit there is McMahon. Webster and McMahon do battle. McMahon wins that contest, puts it into the corner. Webster hasn't give up though, throws the check. Puck comes back out to neutral ice and away onto the stick here of Jamie Woodman for the Thunder. He banks this one off the boards, back there to Webster, chips the puck in to McMahon's grasp. As the Mustangs now trying to clear their zone, and they do so eventually. And the puck coming out now here to Stringer. Hazelhurst beat everyone to it. Icing cancelled out there by the linesman. Kruger gets to it first before anyone else. Here's Robertson now for the Mustangs as the Thunder complete a line change. 18:32 to go here in the third period. Digging at the puck there, here is Barreau. In over the line. Barreau with a shot, saved there by Kruger. Rebound kicks out, and Kruger gets a glove on it. And we'll get a whistle.
So just for people who don't understand and might be watching the other side of the ice, I think it's worthwhile to explain what's going on with these penalties. So you got 3 guys in the box. 2 of them are sitting there. There's nothing on the clock, so you're the referee. Have a go.
So we had 2 coincidentals at the end of the second period for that little fracas at the end between Bernard and I believe that was Sean Jones there.
That's right.
Both sitting in the box. And Per-Daniel Goranson still serving his 10-minute misconduct. So we've got a 2-on-1. And that's a personal penalty, obviously. So on-ice strength not affected. Here is Humphreys digging at the puck. There's Beatty. And in there also is Tobin. But the Mustangs are going to come out with it, albeit for a couple of seconds, as Woodman sent it right back to where it came from. Here's McCoy. And he picks the puck up here, top of the circle here for Melbourne. Rink-wide pass, touched on now here to Burke. Relinquish control of the puck. It bobbles up and onto the stick of Cox. He gets a pass back and all the way back to Hazelhurst here for the Thunder. So Dave Reich having to contend with the loss of Per-Daniel Goranson here for another 3 or 4 minutes of his misconduct or so. Looks like he's moved Plumler up to the top pair. Here's Willett. Managed to get his pass out as Hazelhurst took a shot. So that was Andrew Cox at the receiving end there from Beatty. Here's Hazelhurst on the puck now. He flips this one out to the center ice area. Willett just bounced over his stick. McCoy's going to get there first here for the Mustangs. And he gives it out now here to Jamie Burke. Already got 1 goal this game, the go-ahead one, as he's checked into the linesman and eventually into the boards. The Mustangs still have control in the offensive zone as Stringer throws that one wide, and the Mustangs just can't bury it. As Thunder take control of the puck now here through Hazelhurst, and they begin their break out of their zone. Hazelhurst builds up the speed through center. Hazelhurst got every Mustangs player on the ice beat just about, except Kruger. What a coast-to-coast effort that was from Hazelhurst.
He's quite a little character, that guy, and I watch him, and he's a choppy little skater, but he certainly can get going. He's not afraid to have a go, and like you said, he went through the whole Mustangs lineup and got down to Kruger and just didn't put the puck away.
And gives a good interview too. It's probably the best interview in the AIHL. Yeah, look, Dan, if he had control of that puck, he would have had a very good chance there on James Kruger.
Now, when we come back to a little break, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about DIY stuff, mate.
Do it. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that might be the shortest interview ever, as this one moved back now here to Robertson. Up now here to Kudler, Jones digs at the puck as well, swatted at there by Webster, and on now here to McMahon. McMahon throws that puck out as the Mustangs come out through Perron in front of the penalty box. His opposite number giving chase Bremner. Perron trying to get there here to Jones. It's loose in front. Perron trying to dig it out, and well done there by Kudler to cancel out that scoring opportunity there for the Mustangs. McCoy, the shot is blocked, comes back now here to Robertson, slings one on net. Speed taken off it by a deflection. Back now here to O'Kane. He's shot, and Salvo got the blocker on it and forced it onto the side of the net. O'Kane chips this one in as Perron skates onto it now again. Wraparound chance, and well, it missed everyone and the net. And all the way back to the opposite side of the ice goes the puck, and both teams go for a line change. 16-11 remaining here in regulation. 3-2 the score if you're just tuning in. Jamie Burke with the go-ahead goal in the late stages of the second period. As Punler gets to the puck before everyone else, Bernard comes to give him some assistance. It trickles out now to the point and swung right in front of the Thunder bench. Willett couldn't get there for Perth, and it's picked up here by Hazelhurst as DeSalvo settles it down and gives him a hand. He rims this puck out now here to Bro, too much on it, so McCoy's going to get it for the Mustangs. McCoy now with Burke, just goes all the way back behind his own net and decides to switch the play the other way. Humphreys chips it off the kick plate. Punler fanned on the clearing attempt. Hazelhurst bails him out and gets the puck now here to Bernard, who tries to get it up ice, does so. Looks like it was touched, so it shouldn't be icing, but linesman disagrees and we'll have a whistle.
So 2 things before we get to the DIY thing, okay?
Yep.
If you were killing a penalty and you got tired and you needed some place to rest, where would you go?
You wouldn't go to the bench, would you?
No, you wouldn't. You'd go somewhere where there's a bed. Okay?
You'd go to the Quest Hotel
Exactly.
in Docklands, proud Mustang sponsor. I was just trolling you there, Rod. I knew what the ad coming up was.
You are just so sharp like a tack.
I was just playing a little bit of rope-a-dope. Is that one here blocked up high by Robertson, and a 2-on-1 back the other way here for the Thunder. Here's Willett. Willett moving in. Willett shoots. Oh, what a save. It's through. Kruger got most of it, but it went through nonetheless. Christian Willett has tied the game. It's 3-all.
I think it went over his pad. Watch the replay, okay? Like he had a butterfly on that, and it looked like it just bobbled over the top of his pad.
So here's the shot from Willett. Looked like Kruger.
Yep.
Oh, it was the deftest of chips. At full speed, it looked like he'd saved it and it got, but it was just a little chip shot. And Christian Willett has tied the game, and he moves on to 12 goals for the year, behind only Jessica Bernard and Ben Bro. And 15-16 to play. We got an even hockey game here in Melbourne, as second and fourth on the ladder going at it here as that puck is shot in deep. We're going to have icing and a face-off down the left of Peter DeSalvo.
Well, that's unfortunate. 3-all. Like again, it's anyone's game. It was anyone's game at 3-2. So it's all about discipline, and it's all about don't take your foot off the gas. The person who has the puck is generally going to be the person who's going to win this game. Right? So both teams have to get another goal and put it away.
As Robertson keeps the play alive here for the Mustangs, puts it in behind Bellick, who's had a rare shift. Tried to chip that one out in front of the net as Kudler beat both of them to it and swings it out now here for Kyrgios to skate onto. Just a little too much on it. McMahon fires it right back to the blue line. Here's Woodman for the Thunder. The man from Perth, Western Australia, dumps this one in by way of Kyrgios. Here's Kruger, chips this one into the corner. McMahon picks it up, tried to shovel that one out as the Mustangs being hemmed in. Vyasov to the rescue now here for the team in orange, black and white. Leaves it behind for his defensive teammate there in Robertson, and all the way back now here to McMahon in the opposite corner. Long range pass out to centre, intended for Vyasov. Now ends up with a goal scorer from a moment ago, Christian Willett. Willett to the outside with plenty of attention here for the Mustangs defence. Still got the puck. Bernard calling for it. Willett swings it wide. Quick shot from Bremner, and well, that went whistled about a metre wide of the net there of Kruger. Good build up there from Christian Willett, and Bernard also to provide support on the play. Here's Vyasov now. Vyasov peels off and looks for an option, that one being Beatty. Beatty out through centre. Beatty around Bernard. Beatty still got the puck with Jones. Beatty shot, calmly gloved by DeSalvo, and he holds on. Made it look very easy, did Peter DeSalvo.
Well, he did, but the thing is that Beatty picked that puck up and he's determined to make something happen. And as much as I love Vadim, and I do. Badham has, throughout this game, picked the puck up, turned back, turned back again, and he's wasting too much time. He's got to get that puck up. He can't allow Perth to get ready for what he's trying to do. So Beatty's the kind of player that just doesn't let that happen.
So here's Ben Brown, obviously pressure with the parentals in the audience here this afternoon as that one dropped off. Here come the Thunder as Willett left the puck behind after a good poke check there from Pat O'Kane. It's left behind by Bro, gets double teamed into the glass. Not before he can get a pass away. And the puck finishes up in front of the penalty box with Willett to skate onto and hand it off back to Hazelhurst as his Perth Thunder compatriots complete a line change. Hazelhurst retreats back all the way back over the goal line and starts out the opposite way. Hazelhurst with another burst of speed down the middle. Hazelhurst around the outside. Still got the puck. Held up in the corner. Rode the check there and did well for the Thunder to hold the puck in deep as he goes back to the point where he should be. And McMahon fires this one up ice. Kept alive now here at the point there by Woodman. Puts it in deep for Tobin to skate onto now here for the Thunder. Tobin trying to deal that one back to the point. Ends up near him. Webster behind the ice. Throws it in front. It's loose. And the Mustangs deal with it there through Perront, looking for John Jones, but he was heading to the bench. Goodler heads off to the puck as Tobin grabs it here at centre for Perth. Tobin fires it rink wide. Nice vision there to spot his Thunder teammate there. And Lodge with a drive, and that one was blocked and up high. Lodge still trying to keep the play alive. Muscles Humphreys there, and a real battle of strength between two different sized gentlemen. As the puck comes out there here to the Mustangs, and Robertson has it now for Melbourne. Dishes this one in. DeSalvo out of his net again. Rims it right back to Robertson at the point. It's held up there. Webster blocked the shot. It's just kept in. Thought it was going to hit the netting. But centimetre perfect as far as the Mustangs are concerned. Burke got bumped off the puck there by Cox. And DeSalvo deals with the remainder.
So we talked a little bit about Hazelhurst, but I got to say another thing again. He made a really good play to get in behind the net, and everyone thought he was going to stop. He stopped for about half a second, and he kept going. That was enough time to shake Maxine off him a little bit. And then he came right through the whole crowd again with Maxine on his tail to make something happen. So the guy's got grit, and he's a real goer, mate.
As Beatty, his shot is blocked away there by DeSalvo. Willett helps it the rest of the way. Beatty back onto the puck as he retreats into his own zone. 12:06, 3-3 the score still. Perront now through traffic in the middle of the ice as Woodman tried to deal with the puck. It comes in deep now over the goal line. Woodman, nice check. Willett now comes to bail him out, and well, put a bit too much on that. Almost turned it over. Jones gets the stiff shoulder there from Bernard as O'Kane skates on onto it here for Melbourne. O'Kane chips it in behind. It's only Thunder players there to receive it, and they look to set up an attacking drive as Goranson looking ready to rejoin action. His personal penalty, I believe, will expire at the next stoppage. There's 11:33 to go here in regulation. As a good point I shall touch on at the next stoppage regarding the Rookie of the Year we were discussing earlier is Willett. Off now here to Vadim Vyasov. Bro hot on his tail. Back now here to McCoy for the Mustangs. Up ice pass to Fisher. Almost gets put into the bench there by Punler. Bernard there steals the puck off him. Good back checking there from the big man from Perth Thunder. And out comes Willett through centre. Nice moves from him. Eventually got the puck stripped of him. Bro tripped over the puck, literally and figuratively. Here's Robertson now. Back now here to Stringer. Gets checked there by Punler into the penalty box. And Ray Hazelhurst will take it now here for Perth as he waits for Kyrgios to join the action off the bench. Goes to him now. Kyrgios near side looking for a pass out. Looking there for Bro, who fell to the ice again. Here's Cox now down the near side. Cox with Stringer denying his progress. Tried to throw that one in front. It trickles out now here to Kyrgios with Bremner and Hazelhurst in the neutral ice territory. Goes up there to Punler, shouldered there by Fisher, and taken away by McMahon, who gets the puck off now here to Burke. A shot that's blocked there by Hazelhurst, and onto the stick now of Vyasov. The puck goes. Nice check there, thrown by Cox, held in there by McMahon, slung it on net, and that's gathered in by DeSalvo. We'll have yet another whistle.
So, from a DIY sort of thing, in a hockey context, okay, you wanted to staple the guy to the boards, right? Why not use liquid nails or something like that?
Sellies.
Yeah.
Sellies Liquid Nails.
Exactly.
Not an AIHL sponsor, but we'll plug them anyway.
And that way, he'll go nowhere.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And he won't feel the pain. There you
All
go.
right. Well, that was a left field sponsor plug if I've ever heard one, but that'll make the blue for real, I'm sure, at the end of the season. But going back to the Rookie of the Year, Peter Lambert on Twitter has actually pointed something out. We heavily looked. We had Jake Riley, Marcel McGuinness, James Marino, Lachlan Schumack, Tim Rye. Why not Zane Jones from the Newcastle North Stars? I thought how could I miss this, probably being arguably his biggest fanboy outside of any Newcastle fan. First year player and was outstanding for Newcastle.
Well, only you know that answer.
Okay, well, I've answered my own question. Here's Woodman now trying to track the puck here for the Thunder. Woodman tried to get the outlet pass out there here to Kiros. And a shot there from the goal, kicked out there from DeSalvo. Didn't see that coming, and he kept it out nonetheless. Beatty, well fanned on that attempt to keep the puck alive. It all the way back now here to Jack McCoy as we've reached the halfway mark now here of the third period. Humphreys just retracts with the puck, and well, Beatty got chopped there by Woodman. Lucky not to get slashing penalty there was James. And Beatty keeps the puck in, but Kudler comes up with it and waits for his teammates to get on the ice from the bench. And he retreats back over the goal line, almost coughed that up to Burke. Here's Bro, nice head fake there around O'Kane. Bro now still got the puck. Oh, nice move from Bro. Looking at his shoots and scores! Hang your hat on that, Ben Bro. That is the goal of the season.
That was brilliant, dude. That, I gotta say, that was probably the best goal I've seen all year. You want to watch this in the replay because it starts back in his own end, a couple of good head fakes, frees him up, and then he does a Crosby on the defenseman, cuts back in and puts it over Kruger. Watch this.
Wow.
Little head fake, thank you very much. And we'll do one more just for fun. A Crosby, in, around, and upstairs. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
That is just, we're speechless now. That was a treat there. Ben Bro, that's the goal of the season. I'm calling that now. Here's Bernard as he puts the check there strongly on Robertson, because I did call it live too, so I've got to live up to that, providing we've only got one more week of AIHL action. That's going to be very hard to top. Here's Bernard now in front of the penalty box. Perth are in front by one. Bernard now, that trickles through to Kruger and he covers.
So now, with my Mustangs hat on, I have to say, though, that he shouldn't have been allowed to do that. So he made one move on the forechecker, right? And there was enough space and time, like here. So the forechecker was going the wrong way, okay? But he shouldn't have got past the defense, and he certainly shouldn't have been allowed to cut back in on Kruger. So a great goal, but a bit of a defensive lapse.
Here's the long-range pass. Hazelhurst without a stick has got broken in two just prior to that play. As a puck shot up now here to Jack McCoy and fired in deep there. Lodge trying to skate onto it now here for Perth. The puck comes out there, Hazelhurst, while Tobin was looking backwards for the pass, and lucky Beatty went for the puck, not the body. There's a shot there from Vyasov, and that was just a half an inch wide there of the post of Peter DeSalvo. Not far off from an instant reply there were the Mustangs. As the puck moved back now here to Perront. Goes over rink wide now here to McCoy. Moving in is Humphreys. It's loose in front. Vyasov just can't finish it off. And gives it back now here to Pat O'Kane. O'Kane now. Back to Beatty at the point. O'Kane's got the puck. O'Kane looking for something to pass to. Has McCoy in the back door. It's covered there by Goranson, who's back on the ice after having served 12 minutes. As Hazelhurst muscles his man, that being Maxime Perront. Perront now. Throws it in front to Salvo, got a pad on it, comes back out here. McCoy throws it right back, a bouncing puck, it's loose. And O'Kane just can't bury it. Wow, this frantic stuff now here for the Mustangs. The Thunder under siege at the moment. There's the puck loose in front. Beatty puts it over the crossbar. Wow, great chance again. There's a load in front. They finally score through O'Kane. It's a tight game.
And there you go, isn't it? Like, I was waiting to get a word in edgewise, but they had him hemmed into that end for probably 30 to 40 seconds, and Mustangs never gave up, and that's what you got to do. That's what makes a good team. They just get scored on, and all of a sudden, they've got to regroup and come back, and they did just that. So, you know what? You can't take anything away from him, and Pat O'Kane scores a goal. So there you go.
So Pat O'Kane, Mr. Reliable. That's his 16th goal of the season. 33 points on the year. And well, just like that, tight hockey game. Wow, this is turning out to be one of the best games of the year. As Bernard, Woodman, as both teams have already qualified for the playoffs. Well, barring the score holds up in Sydney between the Melbourne Ice and the Ice Dogs, with the Ice Dogs currently trailing. Here's Kruger. This one shot around. Burke relinquished the puck now here to Kudler. He goes for looking wide there for Woodman. couldn't do much with it. Touched off, back to Woodman by way of Bro. That's offside, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off.
Well, it's interesting because on Bro's goal, the forechecker was Pat O'Kane, and he turned the wrong way and let Bro get by him. So I'm sure he's thinking, you know what? I'm going to stick it to you. And that's exactly what they did. They were all over the Mustangs versus Perth Thunder in the Thunder end. And in the end, O'Kane scores the tying goal.
So we have just over 7 minutes remaining as Willett digs at Michael McMahon. Willett now trying to muscle his way to the net. Threw it in front looking for Bernard. It went off skates and Bro threw a shot that went wide. As Robertson gets the check there from Bernard. It's muscled in there by Woodman. Good job from him pitching in from the point. Goes to the opposite corner. Robertson got plenty of time and space to look for an option. One being Mitch Humphries took the pass there around Bro. Hold down. Mustangs fans want a penalty, but Bro got the puck. Fair play. Play continues. And that's shot into the bench. Just past the visor there. Kieran Webster will get a face-off.
Well, what I was going to say to you, there's 6 minutes left. It's 4-all, and there's no one in the penalty box. So once again, the idea here is to keep your head screwed on, stay out of the box, right, and make something happen. So if you have the puck, you're going to make something happen. You cannot afford to take a stupid penalty.
Yeah. So 4-4, 6:37 to go. As the puck, came off Geordie Kiros, who went to the ice. Goranson tried to deal with it. Hazelhurst and Cox there run into each other. This opens up the door now here for McCoy with a shot, and he puts it wide. Well, very nearly the go-ahead goal there for the Mustangs, but here come the Thunder, 2-on-2, Kiros and Bremner. Kiros just plays a little chip and chase. Kruger decides to stay in the net. McCoy gets the puck first. Kiros beaten to it. Here's Beatty now for the Mustangs. Coming back the other way now, here's Perront for the Mustangs. Over the blue line, Perront slides one through to Beatty, walking in, Beatty, brought down by DeSalvo, and the shot, that went wide. DeSalvo did enough there to force Beatty off the shot, and a quick shot, and that is tipped into the netting. End to end goes this game.
So Beatty gets taken down. I turned my head for a second there. Was there anything in that, or what?
Let's have a look on the replay.
Oh, well.
No. DeSalvo got the paddle on it.
Yeah.
So good job. So, man.
How about that one? That was a redirection. DeSalvo wouldn't have had a chance on that. And he's very lucky that it missed the net.
As the Thunder come out now through the penalty box, in front of the penalty box, I should say. That shot trickles through and misses the net of Kruger. Bernard swung it out, hoping someone would get onto the end of it. As Kudler's going to have to retreat now in a foot race here with Mitch Humphries, who's burned a good 20 metres there in that forechecking attempt. Bro now with a lackadaisical nice touch pass there to Bernard, who got bumped for his troubles. Willett, Woodman keeps the play alive, jostles there with Jones. Woodman still digging at the puck there with Sean Jones, and it's moved out finally out to centre ice as Kudler settles down a bouncing puck. Woodman couldn't do much with it on the pass as Humphries touches it off now here to Burke. Jones has it now just onside as Kudler retreats now here for the Thunder, puts it into the skates here of Christian Willett, slings it wide, hoping for Bro to skate onto it. He gets checked there by Beatty, read the play well, and he buys his team, some time to get a line change. Nice up ice pass now, looking for Jones alone at the blue line. Backhand pass here to Perront, and another backhand pass there, this time Perront to Burke, and that one was wide. Burke now forced into the corner there by Hazelhurst. McCoy, good pass now here down low to Perront. He's met in the corner. Back now here to McCoy at the point. Swings it wide. Just went there through the skates of Beatty. On it there is Kiros for the Thunder. Picked up now here by Bernard. Kiros now. Kiros digging at the puck. Stripped of it there well by Vyasov. Vyasov trying to break in. Hazelhurst in his way. Here's Vyasov. One-timer from O'Kane. Second stick. And that's $700 now on the evening for O'Kane. Long-range pass there for Kiros. Out of his net comes Kruger to cancel that one out. Bremner threw it right back in. But the Thunder is still offside, and they're going to have to touch back up as that pass there to McDowell, taken there by Hazelhurst. And Goranson picks it up now here for the Thunder. Willett, 4 minutes remaining here in the regulation. Willett tries to split the D himself and decides to peel back off and throw it into the high slot there for Goranson to try and get a shot off. He was denied there by the Mustangs defence. In behind now, here's McDowell for the Mustangs. McDowell the other way. Hazelhurst retreats. A quick shot from Burke. Good save from DeSalvo. Got enough on the puck to steer it wide. And very nearly a 5-4 hockey game. Here's Hazelhurst now. He picks it up in front of the Thunder bench as Andrew Cox heads to the bench for a fresh change. Tobin on the ice, as is Woodman now. Woodman skates onto the puck now here for the Thunder. Excuse me, I got cross-eyed there. It's got Goranson. And now here's Tobin down the near side. Tobin looking for a shooting lane. Swings it wide, looking there for Willett, who'd come in from the far side. McMahon jolts him as the Thunder try to get it back to the point. Now slung on there by Punlip, and it coughs back up now here to Humphreys, and Humphreys is going to take it down the wing here for the Mustangs. Tries to chip and chase. DeSalvo has to come out and cancel that attacking drive out. Didn't do so, and 2 Thunder players have to come and bail him out as Humphreys did well on that forecheck. Kiros now here to Bremner in front of his own bench. It gets by him and onto Pat O'Kane, onto his 3rd stick of the evening. As Beatty just decided to definitely touch that one in here for Vyasov to skate onto, and Woodman shows him the muscle. Right to the ice there goes Vyasov. Kept alive there by Beatty. He put it on net, looking for a tip in front there was Perront, and he has the puck now. McCoy on the point. McCoy thought about shooting the puck, dumps it back into the corner as the Mustangs hem the Thunder back into their own zone yet again, but Kiros made sure of getting the puck out, and Perront skates onto it now here for the Mustangs. 2:34 to go, even at 4 apiece if you've tuned in this late. Here's O'Kane. Well, you've missed a good one either way. Here's Beatty now. Tried to sling that in front here to O'Kane. Oh, plenty of time now here for Geordie Kiros. If he can get 1-on-2 now here with McMahon and Perront. Kiros fires, and that's saved there by Kruger. Bremner on the follow-up drive and didn't get much on it. And a good play there from Geordie Kiros, the opportunist there on that shift. Here's Vyasov now. He just ships this one into the defensive zone for the Thunder, and Goranson retreats and pulls the puck back in to start a breakout now here for Perth. 2 minutes remaining here in regulation. Here's Goranson now for the Thunder. Goranson starts out with a full head of steam, has his progress delayed somewhat there by Jones, backhands this one out, and glove down now here by Robertson, shoots it off the glass. Goranson arrives again, does battle again with Jones, puts it back into the corner as the Mustangs now their turn to go on the defensive. The puck put in behind the net. Here is Willett looking for an option. Back to the wing now goes Hazelhurst. Drops this one back off now here for Willett with Bro. Willett now changes places, dishes it wide now here to Goranson, looking for a shot in front, and it triples through with no tip to boot. Here's Bro now. Almost stripped of it there by Jamie Burke. Bro did well to get that one through to Willett. Spots Goranson. Goranson in the high slot. Didn't get a shot enough on the shot, and the Mustangs break the other way with the crowd cheering them on. Here's Burke. Breaking in there is McDowell as well. Burke, great back check there from Goranson, but it gets through here to Jones, and Bro cleans up the remainder, and a great opportunity there for the Mustangs, snuffed out by some great backacting there. And in behind now, here is Bernard. Kruger out of his net, and icing called. I thought that should have been waved off as Bernard got to it first, and the goaltender came out of his net. And we will have a face-off, 58 seconds left in this period. So,
Yeah, it's a hard one.
as we've got a dispute here, I've got a timeout called, so we're just we're going to have a neutral zone face-off. Timeout called by Dave Ruck.
Well,
So
we're just having a little debate about what to do with the 3 stars, so depending on which way this goes.
Oh, it's splitting hairs, really.
Yeah, we are. So
It's been such a great game. Look, I'd have to say, for the Thunder, definitely Bernard Bro and, who else? Hazelhurst, Goranson, Willett. And for the Mustangs, Max, Jamie, and a score of others. So, but this game, plenty of entertainment. Now, other scores trickling through. It's 8-1. CBR Brave over the North Stars, so they've made sure of they're not slacking off before the Goodall Cup Final Series. Stephen London back into the AIHL scoring lead in terms of goals, so Berkey had a brief flirtation with the lead there, but we're here at the O'Brien Group Arena, and this is one of the best games of the season, as I've said.
We've had a few of them, though, haven't we?
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, isn't it?
Oh, but this is just, it's such an even contest. Now, should these two teams meet in the Goodall Cup Finals, this is a good preview.
Absolutely.
We saw that over in the series in Perth where they split. And it'll be interesting to see in tomorrow's game if they've got anything left in the tank, because I'm of the opinion that quite a few players really burned themselves out here tonight.
Yeah, well, I would think so. I would think that it's been a very demanding game. There's been a lot of times where I haven't been able to say anything because it's been back and forth, and you've been doing all the chatting. There's been no breaks, so that can only mean these guys are on the ice, and it's a goer all the time. So, and that's what you want. You want your money's worth, and you're getting it tonight, that's for sure.
Absolutely. There's Beatty now, trying to dig the puck out of the zone. Both teams looking for the go-ahead goal before we go to the shootout. Here's Hazelhurst, retreats into his own zone with O'Kane and Vyasov on the forecheck here for the Mustangs. Long-range pass, straight into the skates there. Willett did well to win the puck back. Here's Bernard now, here for the Thunder. Bernard to the outside. Good job there from Beatty, stifling that one out, but Willett comes to the rescue of his teammate. Back to the point now, here to Goranson. Shot through traffic, it's loose in front. Bernard, and he scores! 5-4, 27 seconds left in the third period. The Thunder up by 1.
Well, here's the thing. I've said many, many times, take a shot, get it in front of the goaltender, keep it low, make the guy work for it. And so that's exactly what happened. That shot was low through traffic. He couldn't really see it, and it's bounced off something. It's free, and bingo. And who's got that one?
Jessica Bernard.
So it's Bernard, and look where he scored from. He scored from the exact same position that Max Perron scored from, off a block puck, and the goaltender can't stop it.
So what a way to bring up the hat trick there for Jessica Bernard. Here's this shot again. Well, they're claiming it was battered down with a high stick, and that's a pretty good case to appeal there, because it looked like when it caromed in. If we have another look,
let's see it again.
If we can get another look on the replay. No, it's going to be awarded. Okay, let's have another look at the replay here. Here's the shot here from Goranson. No, I don't think he actually touched that.
He didn't touch it.
No. Timeout called now here by the Mustangs. So Jessica Bernard, as I said, hat-trick, 20 goals on the season, leading the Thunder, second in points, 36 to Ben Bro's 44. And Michael Flaherty, will be interesting to see what he comes up with here in this 27 seconds. Because I would assume that Kruger is going to be sprinting for the bench.
They'll pull him. They got nothing to lose, mate. So you've got to have a go at it.
Would you start it looks like he's not going to start on the bench, but would you ever do that as a coach?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, in the scheme of things at the moment, maybe I wouldn't. But I mean, if I had my back to the wall and I had 5-6 dudes out there that knew what was going on, you might. I mean, he's only got 27 seconds, so really in the scheme of things, he's got half the ice under his control. So
here's Goranson now. Just going to make it that much harder for Kruger to get to the bench. As Beatty drops this one off. Time going to be the enemy now here of the Mustangs. As Bernard throws the check there on Perron and just looking to eat up seconds here on the clock. Perron trying to muscle the puck out. 10 seconds remaining. And you can think that the Thunder have got the 3 points here. 7 seconds. Beatty dishes this one off as McMahon looks for a long-range option there to Burke. As Goranson gets to it first. And that will do it. The Perth Thunder have taken the 3 points over the Melbourne Mustangs with a 5-4 victory. Jessica Bernard with the game winner with 27 seconds remaining in the third.
Well, it just goes to show you that anything can happen at any time, and that's a heartbreaker for the Mustangs because really I actually thought that they'd outplayed him in the third period, or certainly had the edge on the third period. So, you know, you can never let your guard down, and that's just good hockey by Thunder too. I said over and over again to the guys that I coach, you can let a great slap shot go, the goaltender sees it, he's got control, but through traffic, a low shot, and look, anything can happen. Puck bounces, and the next thing you know, it's in the net. So you can't really fault anyone. It's just one of those things. And you know what? Somebody had to win the game. I would have bet my money at 4-all with a minute left. We'd be going to a shootout. But the other thing you got to say is neither team stopped. Neither team gave up to coast to the shootout either. Yeah. So great hockey, man.
Yeah, and particularly that basically, you know, they're not fighting for playoff spots at the moment. Well, technically the Thunder, the Mustangs aren't, I would assume. But it's just a great game all up. As we talked about during the game, a good finals preview. Now, these two meet, it'll just be splitting hairs.
You know, it's a funny thing. A lot of people are kind of hoping that Mustangs pull themselves out of fourth spot, okay, to climb the ladder. Other people are thinking that I'd much prefer to play Perth than Melbourne Ice in the first game and leave Melbourne Ice to the second game. But you know what? It's great hockey, and it doesn't matter who these guys end up playing. Right? And like you said, this is a prelim to what's going to come around. So it's anybody's game.
So, to wrap things up here from O'Brien Group Arena, it was the Perth Thunder 5-4 over the Melbourne Mustangs. They take the 3 points here this afternoon. We'll be back tomorrow night from 4 p.m. Australian Eastern for Game 2 of this doubleheader, the final Mustangs home game of season 2017. On behalf of my co-commentator Rod Johns, I'm Steve White. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you tomorrow.
See you, dude.